gonna start.
Okay.
You ready? Can you open the other blind, actually? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I have my husband Daniel with me today.
I'm Daniel.
If you guys watched the video that we put out on Wednesday, you know that Corinne and Brendan told their story of how they met and started dating and everything. So I will put that somewhere for you guys to go watch it if you haven't already. But today, Daniel and I are going to tell our story.
Facts.
Ooh. So if you guys watched our Get to Know Me video, you know that Daniel and I met on a dating app. I was not looking for anybody really. I just was like on there mostly to meet new people. And one day I got a message from this Navy man who I swore I was never going to date anybody in the military ever again. And he said, "Your smile is intoxicating." And on Hinge, people would like your answers to questions that you answered or like your picture, and then you had the opportunity to either reply or send it over to them, and he liked and replied to one of my answers. Or did you just like my answer and then I sent it to you to start talking to me?
I think it was something to do with ranch. I might have liked something.
No,
about
it was
ranch.
something to do with singing in the car.
I think I went back and liked everything though, if that's possible. Or I just mentally liked it.
Anyway, and I got this message and I was like, he's trying a little bit too hard, but he's really cute, so I'm gonna give him a chance.
Yeah. Got a hold of her, and then some Navy stuff was going on. I didn't really talk to her. And then I randomly messaged her again.
He was talking to other girls. Just kidding.
She's not wrong.
Oh.
My mom and sister and...
Anyway, and then one day, May 26th, my friends and I were having a little pool day in my parents' backyard, and we were gonna be playing beer pong and swimming. And so I messaged him, and my friend was like, "You should invite him." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'd rather meet him in somewhere I'm comfortable with a bunch of people there, so if he is a serial killer, I don't die by myself."
If.
And so I messaged him and I was like, "Hey, my friends and I are having a pool thing, if you want to come over." And he was like, "Well, what's the address?" So I sent it to him. What was it that you said?
It was what, 50 miles away?
54 or something like that?
Yeah, some weird number in the 50s.
I think he said something along the lines of "Oh, it's 54 minutes away, ... And I was like, "Oh." And he goes, "If it was 55, I wouldn't be there. Let me grab my swim trunks and I'll head out." And I was like, I was so nervous. I don't know if you know this, but I actually almost called you the wrong name while you were over.
What?
Yeah.
What was the name?
I don't even remember what name it was, but I started to call you something different, and then I caught myself.
Like Eustace or something?
No. It was some common name, some other guy from Hinge that I'd been messaging or something. Eustace.
That's a common name.
Okay. I don't know any Eustaces.
I don't either. I lied. Just kidding, I know 7. Alright.
Anyway, I was so nervous when he came over that I didn't even walk outside to get him. I had my friend go out through the side gate to go pick him up and bring him inside when he texted me that he was out front.
Yeah, she picked me up, we're going in.
But then we walked into the backyard, or he walked into the backyard, and I saw him, and I was like, yep, that's my person. I'm gonna marry him. But I was still really scared to, like, date him because I'd been through some pretty...
Poopy.
Yeah, poopy things.
Is that gonna get us
No.
in trouble for saying?
No. And so he really wanted to ask me to be his girlfriend after a little bit. But I was like, no, I'm too scared.
It's like the 2nd or 3rd of June.
6th.
No, I know that.
That you asked me, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was like probably the 1st then.
Yeah. Our first kiss was actually the first day we met.
Yeah.
He was bold, and I liked it.
Yeah.
I asked him if he wanted a drink, and he said,
I said
yes.
your saliva.
No. I took him inside to get a drink, and I remember it differently than he does, but I remember I was reaching for a glass out of the cupboard to get him ice out of the fridge, which is funny because he doesn't even like ice. I think I grabbed it and was like, do you want ice, as I was walking towards the fridge, and he grabbed my arm and pulled me, and we kissed. And I pulled away, and I was like, whoa. And I said, you can do that in front of my friends.
Yeah.
Like, what? Who does that? Who says that? Apparently me.
She did.
How do you remember it, though? You said it was different.
You were doing something over the sink. You're facing the TV.
I was?
Yeah. I leaned against the oven.
Yeah, I know that much.
And then I, like, moved up. And I grabbed your big toe and squeezed it.
There was this bar in town that my friends and I loved to go to, and one day Daniel got off work early, and I remember I was line dancing, and I turned around, and he was in the booth, and I, like, ran over and, like, gave him a hug and a kiss. Like, a friend of mine took pictures of us, and they were really, really cute, and then he was like, do you need another drink? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, come on, I'll buy it for you.
That's when I had money.
And so he walked me over to the bar, and he, like, ordered my beer. And then he looks at me and he goes, I'm not leaving here until you're my girlfriend. And I was like, okay.
So we never left the bar. For a week.
No, that night he took me home, and I remember we added each other on Facebook. And then I went in, and I put in a relationship with Daniel
I didn't
Howard.
drink.
He did not drink. He was sober. He drove.
I just realized that.
Yeah.
Don't drink and drive.
Yeah. I want to emphasize, he did not drink.
Insert don't drink and
Don't
drive.
drink and drive
Between
right
our
there.
fingers.
But yeah, he drove me home. We added each other on Facebook, and I, like, went in and put in a relationship with Daniel Howard, and he looked at me and he was like, really? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he realized that, like, when I said okay, that meant, yes, I'll be your girlfriend, because I wasn't very clear. And from that day on, you were my boyfriend.
Yep. Every other weekend. Or every weekend. At
Pretty
some
much
point.
every weekend, yeah.
Like 50-mile drive.
And then he'd stay the night, but he couldn't sleep in my bed, so he slept in the man cave. Fast forward, when did you ask my dad if you could marry me?
June 7th. The day after I asked you out. I'm just kidding. Man, it was probably, it wasn't that long. But pretty much 6 months.
And I didn't find out until later that, like, he had asked my dad. I knew that he had wanted to propose around the time that we were getting engaged, but I didn't know when he asked my dad. And he shows up at my house, and he's, like, kind of tipsy, and I'm like, are you okay? Did you drive here like this? And he was like, no, I'm fine. And I was like, okay.
I'm fine.
But I guess him and my dad met for a beer, like, at the bar around the corner from our house, like, within walking distance. And my dad gave him a lot of alcohol. So he showed up at my house, and I was worried. And then after, I was like, what did my dad do to you after he told me? I knew he wanted to propose around our 1 year anniversary. So Daniel was supposed to leave for Nevada for 3 months the day after our 1-year anniversary. And I knew he wanted to propose because we had discussed getting engaged. He was supposed to deploy a year and a half after our 1-year anniversary, so we had discussed getting married before, so I knew he wanted to propose, that way we had time to plan the wedding. And our 1-year anniversary came around and we still weren't engaged, so I had a feeling it was happening.
Your smile's intoxicating.
And so we drove to Pismo, which is the beach that we went to in our last video. I'll link it if you want to watch it. And
it's in my mouth. click the link in my mouth.
And we went and grabbed some food, and after we ate, he was like, hey, find a park. And I was like, I do remember though, you pulled the ring box out when we were driving to the beach and put it on the center console, and I looked at it and looked at you, and I was like, can I look at it? And you were like, no.
The beach or like the park?
The park.
Oh,
it was, we were going from Brad's to this park, and you like pulled the ring box out.
It was tight. I'm pretty sure I was wearing jeans.
You were. And you like walked me down these steps, and it like overlooked the ocean, but there were a bunch of people there. So you were like, come on, follow me back to the car. And you like grabbed my hand, and I remember tripping on the stairs, and you were like, whoa, don't die. And I was like, could you imagine? And then we went and got in the car. So then like we get back into the car, and he pulls the ring box out, and he has this beautiful sentimental speech that he says, and then we were supposed to get married in March, but thanks Corona. So we just had to go down to the courthouse and do it, and then we got in and out. Alright guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that way you guys can be notified next time we make a new video. We're going to be posting new videos twice a week now, on Wednesday and Friday, so make sure you guys stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed. Bye!
Trying to impress me, pulling out all the stops, making my dizzy when you
Add me on Xbox.
Grandma is sexy.
Grandma is sexy. That's my gamer tag. That's not just a random fact. Although that's where it came from, so.